absolute best Cricut item I have seen in any Ollie's ever, and it was only $5. Oh my goodness. And the best, or some of the best, Arteza selections that I've seen in any Ollie's ever. This Ollie's had it rocking. There was so much amazing stuff in this one. Oh my gosh, I just can't wait to show you some of the really cool stuff. Things I've never seen before. So this Ollie's was the one in a city called Land O'Lakes, Florida. And I have no idea if Land O'Lakes, Florida has anything to do with Land O'Lakes butter. I seriously doubt it, but, you know, I couldn't resist the buttering pun. So, Science Fair Project. That was a really pretty set of letters for the Science Fair Project, too. And then they had these chalkboard pieces, and I was trying to figure out how many pieces were actually in the package, and I think there's two, but it was so thick that it seemed like there would be more than that in there, but they were really pretty and nice shapes, and you'll see the nice shapes soon. There we go. At first I wasn't focused on them very well, but they have these nice little shapes, these little tags, and they're really great for gift giving, because especially if you keep them within your family, since they're chalkboard, you can erase them and reuse them every year, and I thought that was a neat idea so that you're not throwing away a bunch of gift tags, and they're really pretty and really decoratable, so a nice thing for that. The little mermaid silicone mold was really cute, and I think I finally bought a set of that. They're $2. I think I finally bought a set of that to show you what's actually inside of it. They had one set of pouring paint in this store, but they did have single bottles later. But look at this Basil 60 cards and envelopes for $2 for the Basil brand. Oh my goodness, that is such a killer price. These were $3 at this store as well, even though they're on what I refer to as the dollar table. Just remember that not everything on the dollar table is actually $1. It's just a lot of the items on there are. And they had this set of cards, which was really beautiful, and I don't think I'd seen this particular set of cards before. And I noticed that over time, the card boxes have gotten smaller. Apparently, there's an H in smaller. It's gotten smaller, but the number of cards didn't change, so I think that's a conservation of packing materials. They did have the I Love You to the Moon and Back vinyl, and it was $2 in this store, so great price. If you have any place in your home that you want to put a wall vinyl up, absolutely beautiful. Definitely recommend getting it from Ollie's because it's such a good price. Here it is! Oh my gosh! This is a foil quill. This is for your foil quill, and this is a metal board that you use to magnetize down your foil so that your foil quill can move the foil onto whatever project that you're doing it on. It came with 4 magnets, and it came with the metal board that you could use to magnetize it, and it's the same size as the sticky plate that you put all of your vinyl on. So that is the neatest thing. $5. $5, only $5, and they had so many of them. So if this is something that you're interested in, if you do Cricut, definitely go there. I'm kicking myself now that I'm doing the voiceover for not buying it, because that would have done exactly what I wanted that cookie stencil thing to do, and it didn't work. And so, yeah, I'm wishing I'd bought one now just to use it for stencils. Just to use it to keep my stencils magnetized down while I'm doing stenciling on my card fronts. Oh, it would have been perfect. So there's so many uses for that. You don't even have to have a Cricut to do it. That was the only paper pad I saw in the entire store, and they had one. Doubt it's still there. So I would not suggest rushing to this store to buy that paper pad, because that was the only paper pad, and there was only one. And it's been a couple days since I was at this store, so I would not suggest rushing there for that. But these glitter vinyls, that gold and that red, put them together for something for Christmas. Beautiful colors, and they're awesome as Christmas accoutrements. They had the geode or the agate slice resin molds in this store, and I believe that they were $1.49 in this store. And they did have burlap. They had this one color, $5 a skein. And look at the number of them that they had. That box went way back. There were tons of them. So if you have a big project, you might be able to get all the yarn you need for it. These were amazing. It's $2. You get 40 little mini cards, but you also get 40 mini envelopes. That is an amazing price for just the envelopes. And the fact that you get the card fronts, which of course I'm going to cannibalize to use in my card making, amazing price for that girl power stuff. This is the really good glitter paper. Every time I go to this glitter paper, I try it to see if I can get it to come off on my fingers, and it doesn't. Really nice glitter paper. They did have this one Project Life item, and this one had a lot of pieces that had gold foil on them. So there's a lot of gold foiling on these tidbits that are in there. And looking back on it, again, I'm wishing I had bought one because of the number of gold foil. And now that I've opened a Project Life and seen the quality of that, that would have been a nice set to get. And I believe it was $2 in this store. So not actually a whole lot of stuff on the dollar table was actually $1, but still just amazing stuff and really beautiful and really worthwhile and such a good price, even if it wasn't $1. So they had this. Oh my goodness, excuse me. So they had this section that had a lot of the Crayola kits on it, and I saw that thinking it would be something really cool for crafting. It turned out to be shoelaces, but this is really cool for crafting. These are for your Cricut, but you're not supposed to actually use them in the machine. This is for infusing stuff after you, it's called infusible ink. And I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I do pause on it for a moment so that you can sit there and read what it says. And somewhere on it, it says what website you can go to see how it works. And so amazing and such a good price. I believe these were $1.99 in this store, and you get all of those 5 different colors. And I don't know what it does exactly, and I actually had one in my hand for a while to buy, but I ended up setting it down somewhere, and I'm sorry for that. I did not put it back where I got it from, and I apologize for that. But I ended up setting it down, and I forgot to take it to the cart because at that point my husband had the cart because he'd gone to look at toys. This is another really cool set of cards, and I love the fact that they are, you know, fantastic and dreamy and woodsy, and those were beautiful. Some kids' paintbrushes, and I couldn't really figure out what these were exactly because they didn't really look like cardstock, and they didn't really look like vellum. And there were just a few of them sitting on this peg in front of the pages that you put into a memory book. So I'm really not sure what they were, but I did highlight them. Maybe one of you will know, and if you do, please do let us know. And also on that note, thank you so very much for watching and participating in my videos and in the guild, and it is so nice to have everyone in there. And if you're getting any joy, if you're new to this channel and you're getting any joy or any entertainment or any knowledge from these, if you would please consider subscribing to my channel. I am less than 250 from being a mature channel, and I really would love to hit that mature channel at least by Thanksgiving, but it would be so awesome to hit maturity by October 31st, by Halloween. That would be amazing. So if you would please consider subscribing, and if you know other people who would get benefit from this video as well, if you would recommend my videos to them so that they can consider subscribing and passing on the chain from person to person to person, that would be awesome. I did find the Draper James, or the I want to say Draper James, but it needs to have a second P in order to be pronounced Draper. But I did find the Draper James flower making kit again, and that's just an awful lot of stuff for $2. And I couldn't get over the amount of things that you could make with that. And you don't even have to use it as it's intended. You could use those pieces in card making and make some beautiful different flowers on the leaves. You could make wreaths out of them. I would have been all over this EK Tools Zig pen if I hadn't already found the mass quantity of them in 2 other stores. And these were twice the price of the ones that I found in the other stores. So honestly, if you're looking for those 2-way Zig pens, I would suggest looking at my other videos and figuring out where they were. I don't remember off the top of my head, other than I do know that there were some in Sarasota. But I know that there was another store that I saw them in. And if you can find it closer to you than the Sarasota store, then by all means. These Cricut brand ones, I don't understand. They were Cricut brand iron-on vinyl, and it's glitter, and it's beautiful, but they were $3 as opposed to the rest of the vinyl, which was $2. And I'm not sure why the Cricut glitter stuff was more expensive in this store, but it was. So, I mean, it is what it is. Still, $3 for a roll of vinyl is still a really good price. And this had something I'd never seen before. It had Recollections vinyl. I had not seen Recollections vinyl in any store up until this point, so that was pretty cool to see. And then they have more of the petal paper, this cray paper, which would be really cool in a junk journal, or I'm going to use it as texture on my greeting cards. It's got so many different uses. and just something amazing to look at. This pen that I'm not highlighting it yet. Hold on. I do highlight that pen set. Look at this Arteza journal papers that have daily planner papers. Oh my gosh. I think it was $6, and it comes with 80 sheets, or maybe it's 3 packs of 80 sheets. I think it's 3 packs of 80 sheets. That was so cool. I've never seen Arteza journal paper before, but these color change ones, I think they use pH, and I think that the thing that you use at the end to change the color, I think that's more liquid than erasing. I didn't test any of them. I didn't buy any of them. I like the Crayola ones better, so I'm going to wait till I find those again. A sloth. Oh, look at the cute sloth. And it came with all these really cute things to put inside there. I thought that was a neat little a neat little packet, a neat little folding case that you could stick in your purse and keep with you, or put in your backpack, stick in your pocket, put in your whatever you carry around. Just really neat. I thought that was a cool thing. And this is interesting because it's got the color wheel pages and the face pages. So you can work on coloration, and you can, design how you want to do decorations in the different color wheel, or how you want to do coloration in your makeup. I thought that was a neat thing. And I found this one box of these Cricut cards. I don't think I found any others in the rest of the store. So this one's definitely not for the Cricut products, except for that beautiful magnetic mat at the beginning. $5. Oh my gosh. I can't get over that. I mean, that has to be a much higher retail price. And this was cute. It's like Play-Doh, but I don't think it was the actual Play-Doh brand, but you made ice cream and had an ice cream thing. This I loved. This is color by sticker. So you just peel off the stickers and put them in where they belong in the book, and you end up with a really pretty picture for that. And that is really good for someone who likes to do fussy things and who likes to make things look really beautiful and line things up perfectly. Somebody who has that compunction or that that mindset, that would be a great gift for someone. And then these are perler beads. They're not perler beads. They're perler style beads. They are heat melt beads, but they come with the grids that you can use to make different things. And this is called the Animal Collection. So the grids in there help you make different animals. And there's even more Arteza stuff here. This store was chock-a-block with this Arteza stuff. So many different things in here. They had these are dry erase pens with the eraser on the top, which is excellent for a classroom. If you're doing dry erase materials or dry erase exercises in a classroom, it's excellent to have those little erasers on top. And there were so many of them. I mean, you could split that between 2 different classrooms. And then they had the vision board party set. The vision board party set was $20. I do focus on it better in other videos. I didn't do very well in this one. They had the seasons coloring pages that you can do that, $5 for 120 pages. This is calligraphy practice paper, and I have no idea what kind of paper this is. I don't even know if it's heavyweight paper, lightweight paper, if it's tracing, I don't know, but it was calligraphy practice paper. They did have some of the Ultra Blend H2O markers, and oh my gosh, these are awesome. In one of my lives, I test this, and it's listed in the description of the live, so you can go figure out which one I tested these. These are amazing. I mean, absolutely wonderful brushes for anybody who does anything where you want to blend colors together. And then they had these, which are pigment ink. No, they're dye ink. These are dye ink brush style pens. And you get 12 colors of them, and they're beautiful. And I love the box, too. I mean, the box is just... I'm so enamored by this Arteza stuff. I'd really never heard of it before. And now that I'm going to these Ollies and finding all of this stuff, it's so neat. And then I show you exactly how many of those Ultra Blend markers they have. It wasn't just that one box in front. There were 2 more boxes behind it. Anybody want a dog toy? Dog toy? I thought that was funny, just sitting there, a little squirrel. And what was this one? Oh, this was a tracing activity book set. So you get all of the little markers that you showed there, or the whatever type of writing utensil that was. Plus, you get the tracing activity book. This Arteza stuff amazes me. Don't quit. Don't quit. I had to put that in there. This is the canvas selection that they had in the store. And these canvases are usually about $9.99 for the canvases. I didn't do a whole lot with the wood pieces because they were really kind of stacked funny. and I didn't want to make a big mess when I was doing that. I did find an open box of this, so we finally get to see what exactly is inside the Harry Potter festive book. If you've watched any of my videos, you know my opinion of J.K. Rowling, but I also know that there are Harry Potter fans, and I'm not going to let my opinions distract from what is available for people who might want it, because I'm always going to say, be your authentic self. You do you. If this is something that you're looking for, then you should have the opportunity to see what's inside these boxes. And this looked like a blank journal. You got that book with all of the festivities that you could do for a holiday. Plus, you got that little package at the front that has like 40 charades cards according to the box, and some washi tape and some other stuff that are in there, stickers and things. And it's just a neat little set. But remember that I saw the exact same set in another store this week where it was laid out like a gift box, where you could actually see the items that were in there. So I'm not sure how that works. I'm not sure if they get shipped that way and the boxes get shipped separately and then they have to be put together somewhere. I don't know. But it makes me wonder about those tie-dye kits that have nothing in them and those marker boxes that have nothing in them. I still love this beautiful little lamp set. And they had like there was a kit that was coming up. Is it this store? It might not have been this store. There was one store that had this amazing kit in it. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. They did have the jute cord for $7. That is a killer price for 1.2 centimeter diameter jute cord for 100 feet of it. Wow, that's just such a good price for that stuff. I don't have any use for it, so I haven't bought any of it. I did buy a set of these. I haven't tested them yet, but they will come up in a live. I will be live tomorrow. I will be live at 9:30 p.m. on Friday tomorrow, and I hope to see you there Friday, October 24th. My last live went really well. It was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed the audience participation in it, and it was really good because that was the most people that I'd had in a live yet, and it was fun. It was really quite a lot of fun. And I hope that everybody who watched it, not only when it was live, but who have watched it since it was live, enjoyed it as much as I did, because that's the whole point. We should be getting enjoyment out of these. That's why we watch them. So I appreciate everybody who enjoys watching my videos and everybody who gets positive things from them. And I'm absolutely loving doing this. This is just amazing. I love doing this not only for me, but for you. And look at these Moxie glitter glue pens. I mean, and they're also made to stand upright so that they're upside down so the gravity pulls the glue to the tip. Oh my gosh, it was such a cool thing. And they got all 12 of them, and it was $2 for all 12 of the glue pens. Now, I've seen the little 4-packs that were $1, but it's cheaper to pay $2 for all 12 of them than to find the different 4-packs and pay $3 for them. The beautiful purple brushes, I think those are gorgeous. They look to me like unicorn horns, if unicorn horns actually existed. I think that they were really neat, and just they would be so beautiful on a crafting desk. And I'd never seen this one before. Look at this. It's kind of like a stylized peacock, and it was $5, so it's following the price of everything but the turtles that I found once. And that was just a really neat stained glass kit. And then they have a few of these journals, and I show a couple of them that I thought were interesting. Thoughts and Notes was a neat one, and I think I pulled down another one. Oh no, these are the pens. Ultra fine pens, and they have so many different colors. And the caps of the colors are vibrant, and the caps of the colors match the ink of the colors. Oh, I'm saying that so wrong. The color of the caps match the ink in the pen. Oh my gosh, I said that so wrong. Had to show off the kitty cat one. I love the kitty cat one. I'm probably going to one day break down and buy that beautiful kitty cat one with little gold foil kitty cats on the front of it. But they did have a nice selection of journals, and you could add these papers to a junk journal, sew them in or glue them in or bind them in and have them just be beautiful. This was paperweight. But you got, I believe, 25 sheets for $3, which is an incredible price for 12 by 12 paper. I mean, $2.99 for 25 sheets. That's like 13 cents a sheet, something like that. That's incredible. And they had this little monthly planner kit that I pulled out and looked at and thought really hard about buying, to have something to not only to plan the future, but to show what I had done during those months. And I thought that maybe that would be a look back on idea instead of a go forward idea. And that might be a very valid way to use something like that. A planner like that is to set it up so you're looking back on it. And this was so cute. If I didn't already have like 100 different squishies in my house, I probably would have bought this one. But I'm trying to figure, it says it lights up, so I'm trying to figure out how it lights up. And this was funny to me. This was absolutely hilarious to me because I'm sitting there crunching everything, looking for the little button that makes it light up. And I can't figure it out. And I pick it up. And then when I actually flop it back down, it lights up. But I've turned off the camera at that point. So I go to pick it up again and it lights up. And so I'm sitting there going, okay, this is how you do it. This is what makes it light up. But no, wait. Do you see it? I'm really not sure about this, but you have to choke it. You choke it to make it light up, and I'm not really sure about that. That makes me question things. Oh, it does. Anyway, thank you so very much for watching. I am so happy that you're here, and I am so humbled and blessed by your presence. And I hope that everybody out there has an excellent whatever time of day it is that you're watching it, rest of whatever time of day it is. And thank you so much for watching. I cannot express enough how grateful I am to each and every one of you. Cheers and happy crafting!